Padma Namaste and a very, very warm welcome. And we're going to begin the session with a Native American prayer. So uh, gently close your eyes and hands on your heart. O Great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the winds, and whose breath gives life to all the world, hear me. I'm small and weak. I need your strength and wisdom. Let me walk in beauty and make my eyes ever behold the red and purple sunset. Make my hands respect the things you have made, and my ears sharp to hear your voice. Make me wise so that I may understand the things you've taught my people. Let me learn the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. I seek strength, not to be greater than my brother or sister, but to fight my greatest enemy, myself. Make me always ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes, so when life fades, as the fading sunset, my spirit may come to you without shame. And you may open your eyes. So continuing with the reflection on hindrances in our self-mastery based on Lord Buddha's teachings. So just a very short recap from the first two parts of the series. The first hindrance that we reflected on, sensual desire, the wanting mind, the longing mind, the greed. The second hindrance that we kind of spoke about last week, ill will, aversion, rejection, dislike, judgment, fear. Now all these hindrances, they come in our way of seeing things clearly, and so they impact our ability to make choices in our life. So now today, the third hindrance, originally in the text it's translated as sloth and torpor. So sloth means it's the heaviness of the body, and torpor means it's the dullness of the mind. And it's characterized by sleepiness, non-motivation, lack of energy. And oftentimes it can manifest itself in a state of depression. Now a simile used in the teachings that describes it as imprisonment. You find yourself locked in a cell. So it becomes very hard to make any type of mental or physical effort. So this is the common third energy that sweeps us away, the clouds of dullness and sleepiness, and sometimes it's also called laziness. And whenever someone says I'm lazy, I'm lazy in my life, it's rarely true. It's almost always not laziness. You know what it is? Fear. People are afraid. They're afraid to sing and dance and let their creativity out. Our natural condition, our natural life is creative. And when we don't do it, it's because we are contracted, we are afraid. And then there's a kind of sleepiness that we just get into when we take our life for granted. When we don't attend to the loved ones around us, or to our garden, or to our body, or to the money that's entrusted to us, or whatever it is. There's a kind of laziness. It's because we lose touch. So it's this energy of dullness, of not paying attention, of sleepiness. I mean, how many of you fall asleep in your meditation? Or falling asleep in your meetings or in your classes? Or sometimes you find yourself meaning to meditate, but you just don't get around to it, or wanting to go out in nature and exercise, but we don't. But it's important to know that this too is just an impersonal energy. Now, energy is energy, it's neutral. These are all like the weather. In comes wanting mind, and out goes, and then the windows open, and then in comes the judgmental mind, and you notice it, and there you are. Thank you for your opinion, and it passes on. And then comes this next one. I can't do it, or I don't have the time, or I will do it later. These are just the energies of life. So, what does one do? Again, you begin to pay attention with a mindful heart. How does the body feel when you feel this lack of energy, this sleepiness, or dullness, or not caring for things? What does that feel like in the mind, in the heart? And even in a second, it can change. It's in a moment of recognition. So the first thing is to simply acknowledge, oh, there's that state, and learn to recognize it. Name it. In fact, bow to it. Sleepiness, loss of energy. And it comes for different reasons. Sometimes sleepiness or tiredness comes because we are not used to being still. We live in a culture which has so much stimulation that it starts to get a little bit quiet, and we don't know what to do with it. The mind says it's quiet, it must be bedtime, because that's all it knows, right? So we kind of put ourselves to sleep. If the TV isn't on, and if things aren't at high volume, and someone isn't, in the midst of something exciting, what is it like just to take a walk in the spring flowers? Or what is it like just to sit and feel our own breath as the air comes in from the window? Just to be aware of our own body, or to just look at people around us, or pay attention to the work or the creative things that have been given to us in a quiet and still and present way. So what we want to do is become curious. What is this life energy? Even if it's sleepiness or what we would call laziness, and then begin to acknowledge its place too. And in that moment, we become free. Now, coming to the fourth hindrance, it's called restlessness. It is the state of an unsettled mind. Unsettled mind means your mind cannot settle. Settle where? Settle in the present moment. An unsettled mind either is worrying about the future, or traveling into the past and rejecting, judging an event that happened in your past. So simile that can be used here is that of a monkey mind, constantly jumping from one branch to another, unable to stay for too long at the present moment. So that means there's no time to see clearly. Now this is opposite of sleepiness, dullness, laziness, lack of motivation. This energy is the energy of restlessness, agitation. So instead of the loss of energy, it's too much. And just begin to notice it. When we are restless, usually we move away. We turn on the TV, or we pick up the phone, or we get something to munch, or just distract ourselves. So, what does one do? And you just sit and you notice that the refrigerator mind that wants to get up and open the refrigerator, there it is. Okay? Because I can't sit still. Or the TV mind or the phone mind, whatever it is, and feel it. And then make the space in the heart that can say, yes, this is another energy, and be free in the midst of it. Let the body soften and feel its energy. And if there's sadness or longing or love or grief or anger that comes with it, just let that come and go. And then you can notice it, name it. Oh, restless, restless. Just be with it. Or boredom. If you're bored or restless, terrific, be bored, be really bored. Let yourself know what is boredom like. Because otherwise we can't be here on this earth if we are afraid of boredom or restlessness. Because usually the minute we feel it, we distract ourselves. What do? You need a snack or food, or you need TV, you need music, you need people, you need phone. You can never be still. But instead, welcome boredom. Bored, what is this like? Oh, it just means I'm quiet. Maybe I wasn't paying so much attention. Maybe I'm sad. Maybe I'm longing for human connection, a real, authentic, genuine human connection and warmth. Bored, restless, I can't stand it, restless, what to do? When it's really strong, the suggestion is that you die of restlessness. You just sit there and say, all right, take me. And the minute you say that, of course it gets easier. Because the problem with these states is not the states, but our identification or our resistance to them. The minute you say, all right, let me just feel how big this is. Is it a storm? Is it a whirlwind, a tornado? It just begins to diminish. I was listening to a podcast about this experiment done by a professor in a psychology class. So this professor said he was going to call on one student to come to the front of the room and engage in an activity that was likely to be embarrassing to them. And he said, I'll walk around and choose the student. And he kind of walked back and forth, up and down the aisles of the class for a while and just gave the students time to imagine. And then after a while, he stopped. He went to the front of the room and he said, actually, I have no intention of picking anyone. We are just beginning the study of the power of suggestion and imagination. And what was that like, And now the students started sharing. Oh, I started to get butterflies in my stomach. My heart was pounding. Was he going to pick me up? What would he ask me to do? And someone said, I imagine the worst, whatever the worst is for each of you. So the point is that a lot of this restlessness isn't what's here, but what we imagine. So it's really to take a vacation in the heart to say, all right, here's restlessness. Let's breathe a little. Before you answer the phone, as Thich Nhat Hanh says, let it ring a few times. Take a few breaths and then pick the phone up. So it's just to make that space to breathe, to rest, to calm the wanting mind, the judgmental or angry mind, the sleepy, the restless mind. Just to see them and find the freedom that recognizes them for what they are. And one can then be more compassionate. Now, the last of the 5 hindrances is called skeptical doubt. And it's very closely related to a state of mind which is based on indecisiveness. And it is also very easy in that state of mind getting lost in thoughts. Can I do this? Is this the right path? What will the others say? What if this? What if that? The mind cannot synchronize with your own actions anymore. And the result is that you're getting disconnected with the goals and aspirations that once you have set for yourself. When the way is filled with too many doubts, more often you will stop instead of moving on. Right? So this is the doubting mind. Confusion and doubt. So what is this doubt? Ajanta, a Buddhist monk and teacher, said it's like you're riding a horse and asking, where's the horse? You don't know where you are with doubt, and yet doubting is natural. I can't do it. It's too hard, this work that I'm doing, this project that I've been given, or this relationship. I don't know how I'm going to work this out with this person. Why don't they do this? Or if only it would change. And I don't know that I can make this happen. Maybe I've taken the wrong path, Maybe this meditation isn't the right thing. Or this relationship isn't right. Or I should just change my occupation. Or I'm just too young to meditate, I should just go have a good time first and then do it when I'm older. Or I'm too old to meditate, or whatever it is, I should have done it while I was younger. Do you know the doubting mind? And how painful it is to be caught in any of these states? So the first thing really is to see it. Oh, there's the doubting mind. Thank you. You are here again. You can't do it. This is the wrong path. I appreciate your opinion. The first thing you learn in life is you're a fool, said Ray Bradbury. The last thing you learn is you are the same fool. And he also says, sometimes I think I understand everything, then I regain consciousness. So the idea isn't that there won't be doubts. Doubting is natural. But that we can see the doubting mind as we can see the wanting mind or the fearful mind or the judgmental mind. And that there is some graciousness of heart bigger than that state of mind. We all have doubts. The doubting mind comes as the wanting mind or the angry mind. And none of these are problems or things to get rid of. They are, in fact, the place of practice itself. They are the place of enlightenment. In fact, these hindrances, these states of mind, they are what brings life to our practice. That is our curriculum for our practice, for our human incarnation on this earth. Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche called them manure for Bodhi, to awaken to who we really are. They are the stuff that makes enlightenment alive and rich. And they fertilize compassion and patience and letting go and resilience and courage. Where else are we going to learn our lessons but from these states of mind, from these hindrances? As each one comes, you could almost ask, what's the lesson in this one? Desire comes, and if we listen really deeply, maybe underneath it is a longing for wholeness. It's not the little desires, as one of the Buddhist teachers said. Your problem is not that you desire so much, but that you don't desire enough. Why not want it all? Complete fulfillment and wholeness in every moment. So desire has a lesson for us. Fear. Now, fear isn't a bad thing. Jack Cornfield says, fear is a little flashing light that says, about to grow. It's kind of the membrane between what we think we can do and what's possible. And when fear comes, it says, oops, about to grow again. Oh, I don't know if I want to grow this way. Or anger, it teaches us something about seeing what's true and yet still remaining compassionate or forgiving. Sleepiness, it begins to tell you about your body, to take care of yourself. There's a value to each of these hindrances, to each of the state of mind, because it teaches us about not resisting life. And especially about sleepiness. It's fine to sleep, to rest, to stretch out your feet, to sit down, just to be where we are, to honor, to cherish this life, not by doing, but by being. Or pride puffed up. See how good I am. Usually, when one feels that, actually, the teachings say it's very small. There's this little boy or a little girl in there that's saying, see how good I'm doing, Ma and Papa, or whatever. But somewhere in there, even in that pride, is this longing that seeks for true goodness, that wants to be beautiful. So then in all these, in the wanting, want fully, want life completely. See it clearly. Allow for this. These very forces make for a great and wise heart when we can see them for what they are. Allow them to come and go as they will, but hold to nothing, and you will discover what is true. They are a play of energy. Eckhart Tolle, in his book A New Earth, he writes, the normal state of mind of most human beings contain a strong element of what we might call dysfunction or even madness. When Ramana Maharishi was asked, why is there evil in the world? He said, to thicken the plot, to make it interesting. So think about it for a moment. What movies or what plays do you go to? Would you go to a movie and just watch somebody sit and meditate on the screen? Or a movie of just a nice green field with cows eating and some flowers and the wind blowing? Would you buy a ticket for that? You like a plot, don't you? We actually like that stuff. Just don't believe it too much. Because when we believe it, we get caught and we suffer. And we create the suffering of separation for everyone else. To see it and know it for what it is, our humanity, our longing and sorrow and strength and joy and rest in our Buddha nature. Allowing the heart to discover this natural freedom in every realm is the purpose of these teachings. So each of us need to understand them. And then there's a possibility for a real beauty in the midst of wherever we find ourselves. I want you to reflect for a moment. Which of these energies most commonly come to you? Is it judgment or anger, aversion, wanting mind or fear? Is it doubt? Is it confusion? Is it laziness? Restlessness? Just reflect. And when you get your answer, imagine what it would be like to recognize it when it arises as a friend and say, "Oh, here you are again, I know you." To make your heart and mind spacious, much bigger than that energy, and allow it to sing its song without being lost in it. So each of these hindrances is placing the dark cloud on your mind or on the way of your climb. So simply remember one thing. Just let it rain to help you work with these powerful energies. Recognize that's the first step. In what state of the mind you're finding yourself in. And then afterwards, learn to accept, to acknowledge, and allow the situation or a person be the way how it is, to be the way how they are. And then, 3, investigate. Investigate your emotional and mental state. Ask questions. Why did it come up? What is going to be the consequence if I remain in that state? And then ultimately, non-identification. That's why I said, let it rain. Now, what does non-identification means? That is our practice. We've been doing that regularly for the last 2 years, 3 years. I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not my emotions. I'm not my thoughts. It's just that I can see all these aspects about me. I can see all these phenomena about me. All of our lifetimes, all of our lives are too unique to copy the path from someone else. To bring meaning to our life, to bring value into our life, we need to learn to know and master ourselves and not let the hindrances stop us. So if any of you chooses to climb that path to clarity, I would be very happy to travel with you on your journey to the peak. So coming to our practice today, this practice is an opportunity to come back to be in contact with our body. To learn to befriend and relax each part of our body, knowing that when the body can be relaxed and at ease, the mind naturally becomes lighter and more peaceful, providing optimal conditions for our healing. So I want you to find a quiet place so that you can lie down comfortably with your back on the floor. And if you use a head pillow, choose one that is not too high. I'm going to just give you a minute to lay comfortably. Relax your arms and place them on your belly. And feel your belly as it rises and falls. Feel your back and the back of your legs on the ground or on the bed, and entrust yourself to Mother Earth. Feel the support from that contact, the floor or the bed supporting you. Mother Earth will help you to embrace everything, and you do not need to hold on to anything. Your belly rises and falls with your in-breath and your out-breath. With your in-breath, be aware of what is. With your out-breath, smile and release whatever thought or feeling is arising. Feeling your in-breath, your out-breath, accepting your breath just as it is. If your mind wanders away, just recognize that it has wandered and gently bring it back to your body, to your belly rising and falling, to the sound of my voice. Now let us use the rays of mindfulness to scan each part of the body from the top of our head to our toes. Breathing in, I'm aware of my head, the hair, the skull, the brain inside. Breathing out, I smile and release all thoughts and feelings that are arising. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. In, smile. Out, release. Breathing in, I'm aware of my facial skin and muscles. Breathing out, I relax my face with a soft smile. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. Smiling, releasing. Breathing in, I'm aware of my two eyes. Breathing out, I smile and relax all the muscles around my eyes. My dear eyes, I will try to take better care of you. I will allow you to rest more. I will practice looking at things that are beautiful and wholesome in order to nourish you. Thank you, my dear eyes. Eyes resting. Breathing in, I'm aware of my lips and my teeth. Breathing out, I smile. What great happiness that I can still smile brightly. I promise to speak words of love and kindness. I will practice smiling when there is worry or anxiety in me. Lips and teeth, smiling. Breathing in, I'm aware of my shoulders. Breathing out, I release all the tension and responsibilities to Mother Earth. I send love and gratitude to my shoulders. I vow to live a gentle, joyful life so that my shoulders can relax and be more at ease. Shoulders relaxing. Breathing in, I'm aware of my two hands. Breathing out, I relax all the muscles and joints in my hands. How wonderful these hands are that enable me to do so many things. I can be in touch with the miracles of life thanks to them. Thank you, my beloved hands. Hands releasing. Breathing in, I'm aware of my two arms. Breathing out, I allow my arms to relax completely. My arms help me to embrace those who need love and care. I embrace my own arms with mindfulness and deep love. Arms loving. Breathing in, I calm the tension and worries in my heart. Breathing out, I smile with my heart. My dear heart, you are so kind and loyal, always there beating for me. You continue to take care of me so that I may lead a normal life. Please help me to take better care of you, to practice putting down my worries, to live more beautifully and gently. Thank you. My heart, thank you for being so patient and embracing. Heart, healing. Breathing in, I visualize my two lungs like a giant tree with the trunk dividing into two large branches and then into smaller and smaller branches. Breathing out, I feel grateful to my lungs for giving me life. How wonderful that I can breathe in and out so effortlessly. I promise to go outdoors and exercise more often. I also vow to take better care of Mother Earth because the ocean and the trees are also my heart and lungs. Lungs, life and freshness. Breathing in, I'm aware that my liver is under my rib cage on my right side. Breathing out, I smile tenderly to my liver. My liver works day and night to filter my blood. Thank you, dear liver, for taking good care of me all these years. I promise to protect you and take better care of you. Liver, filtering and cleansing. Breathing in, I send my gratitude to my stomach and intestines. Breathing out, I smile and relax my abdominal muscles, aware that many illnesses are caused by unmindful consumption. I will try to choose better for my body. I will chew food more slowly and carefully, nourishing my body and mind with positive intention. Digestion, nourishing. Breathing in, I'm aware of my legs, my feet, and my toes. Breathing out, I send affection and gratitude to them. What a miracle it is to be able to do innumerable feats each day with these two legs. I vow to take gentle steps upon Mother Earth. Thank you. Thank you, my dear feet, for being there for me, kissing the earth. If there are any other parts in your body that have pain or tension, or if there are any organs in your body where there's a blockage, you can take the time now to send extra attention and love to them, smiling tenderly to them. Just breathe and smile with all your gentleness and friendliness. You can also be aware of the parts in your body that are still healthy and whole, feeling gratitude and gladness. This will also give you more strength and energy to nourish and heal the parts that are sick or weakness or weakening. Breathe and release the worries and fears that you may be holding in your mind and body. Trust in the capacity of self-healing in your body and allow it to rest and relax so that it can heal itself. Take a deep breath in and a deep, long breath out. And you may stretch your body slowly. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Turn to your side. And very gently, very slowly, get up. Opening your eyes and smile. Waking up this morning, I smile. 24 brand new hours before me. I vow to live fully and look at all beings with the eyes of compassion. And maintain this energy of peace, relaxation, gratitude, and awareness of your body. And take it into the rest of your day.